that we do have an email and a text system that we communicate with our viewers through. But this is completely different. You and I, we get to connect in a way that is not as personal as, say, when I'm hosting on television. So if you are brand new to the live stream, or maybe you've watched before, it's your first time watching my show, I'm your hostess, Jessica Maldonado. I've actually been with Shop LC since 2007, since we launched the network, crazy to say, which means this year I'm celebrating 19 freaking years. It's crazy. I can't believe that. It's insane, right? Who knew that, during my lifespan, that I've actually stayed somewhere for this long, but obviously they've been good to me. They've been good to me. So, if you are watching, again, as I go through some of these items, this is one of the funnest, was that a word, funnest? This is a fun way to shop, right? It's a fun way to shop. You gotta, and the reason why it's a fun way to shop is because, first of all, the items that are picked during the live stream are cut, in terms of prices. So we cut the price and then we give you an extra discount on top of it. So here's how it works. I'm going to be auctioning off. Let me see here. I've got about 20 items to auction. And every single auction will mean that you get the discount and then you get a 25% coupon code that you all get to use. And so when you're using the coupon code, which is LIVE25, LIVE25, you're going to put that in the coupon section. Now, when you're shopping during the live stream too, what's unique about this is that you can click up top. So if you're shopping on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram. So you're going to put the word shop one, okay? And then, say again?
No spaces.
No spaces. Just the way you see up top. So up top, you actually have the first item that I'm going to be featuring. So you're going to put SHOP1, hit the arrow. It's going to generate a link that you can click on, and that's going to give you access to the actual item and all the details. In the meantime, though, I want you all to ask me any questions that you have during these auctions, because if there's something specific that you want and you're thinking, oh my gosh, she hasn't told me, this, she hasn't said that, she hasn't, let me know some information that I haven't gotten to, please make sure you let me know in the comments section, and I'll be more than happy to answer all those questions, because we gotta give you enough information for you to make the best decision possible, right? It's only fair. So how many of you are ready for discounts? I am so excited about this. So today is going to be a Colors of Tourmaline show. And this is a gemstone that is highly prized by collectors. One of the things that I love about my shop, LC, is that we get to be introduced to gemstones that are not necessarily readily available in the market, right? When you think about things like Paraiba tourmaline, indicolite, some of the different color tourmalines, we were joking in the studio here because tourmalines look a lot like other gemstones. But what's unique about tourmaline is that the clarity that you get from this particular gemstone, the internal flawlessness, if you will. So a lot of gemstones are what's called type 2 or type 3 gems. Type 2, type 3 gems are going to be your emeralds, your sapphires, your rubies. These are heavily included gemstones, and it's pretty much the norm, right? When it comes to gems, it is normal to see heavy inclusions, but when you're out and about and you're picking your gemstones, you're really looking at that individual gemstone to ensure that you're getting the best quality. What you can count on from us here at Shop LC is we hand select every single gem if we're buying faceted gemstones that are ready to go, because we are a manufacturer first. We've been manufacturing for 40 years plus. And so if we're going to buy gemstones that are already cut and faceted, we're going to hand select every single gem before we purchase that parcel. In a lot of cases, too, as a manufacturer, we have a different type of power that maybe jewelry stores, entities, or even designers don't have the ability to do, and that is cash. Cash is king. So as a manufacturer, we can go to the mines. We go directly to the mines. We can speak with some of the private collectors that maybe have made a name for themselves and they've purchased quite a bit or collected over the years. And we can also go to buy closeouts, what's called a closeout. So, there'll be a certain type of jewelry store that may be going out of business. Maybe they have a lot of pieces in stock that they're not able to get rid of. We will show up like a knight in shining armor and say, listen, we can help you. We're going to hook you up. We're going to take that off your hands, and here's how. Boom. Here's the cash. And so it's a completely different opportunity for us. In turn, you get to benefit. So let's get the party started. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with a beautiful two-tone. This is actually one of my personal favorites. So we have a 10K. This is going to be rose gold. It is, this one is dripped and drizzled in natural champagne. So I'm going to try to show it to you from this direction, right? And I'm going to turn it different ways so you have a chance to see it. But I'm also going to give you the breakdown here. So this is what's called blush tourmaline. And blush tourmaline, by the way, this is a parcel. So tourmalines are actually purchased through one of our gemstone hunters by the name of Tony Denise. I happen to have the pleasure to work with him almost on a regular basis. So this gentleman travels the world from Brazil to places in Africa and other parts of the world. And what he has access to primarily is going to be gemstones that come from Brazil, including tourmalines. So tourmalines are extremely rare, because I know a lot of you guys are watching right now thinking, what in the world? I've never heard of this gemstone. Like tourmaline, tell me more. What can I expect from tourmaline? As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, you're going to find them in different colors. So when you see the gemstone, you're going to think, oh, that's beautiful. But it sort of kind of looks like this or looks like that. So when I show it to you, what are you thinking it looks like? Are you feeling like a pink diamond? Are you thinking pink sapphire? So what's really great about tourmalines is they have this kind of enchanting feel to them, right? So when you look at it, you're going to think, oh my gosh, the way that this gemstone sparkles, the way that it plays with the light, it's next level. Well, the center gemstone all by itself is going to be a 2.65 carat. And in the world of gems, ladies and gentlemen, 2 carats plus is huge. It doesn't matter if we're talking about quartz or topaz, which are readily available gemstones that all of us have seen in our local jewelry store, or if we're talking about something a bit more rare and exotic like your tourmalines. 2 carats is a big deal. 2 carats is where you're rocking a rock, right? So this one is surrounded by champagne diamonds, and it's one of my personal favorite ways to see pink gemstones. Anytime we can do pink and rose gold, mwah. Rose gold for 2026 is going to be one of the biggest trends. So, as you start looking around, you're going to see more and more designers adding rose gold into their collections, and it's going to be pretty pricey. With the price of gold right now on the rise, I think it's going to be a bubble. I think that a lot of people are just, it's at over 5,000, and it's expensive right now. So we're seeing across the board gold go up, as well as platinum, as well as silver. So everything is going up, and I think it's because of the economy itself and just all the uncertainty and all the mixed emotions that people have. Without getting into that, that's another story, right? I could do an entire talk show on that. But this is the reason why we're seeing the price of gold go up, up, up and away. So right now, when you walk into jewelry stores, it's going to be expensive. Probably the priciest purchases that you will make will be if you buy jewelry. And so welcome to the family. You're in great hands. You don't necessarily have to worry about paying top dollar for gold. Okay. Your gold piece here is going to be, and I want to give you some gram weight. So when you start looking at some of these pieces, the really great thing about Shop LC is that we provide you when you buy our gold collection. So we do something called Lux Oro. Lux Oro will be in 10K or 14K. Anytime you buy what we call our luxury brand, which is either 10K, 14K Lux Oro, we also have a brand called Ileana in 18K, and then we also have 950 Platinum Rhapsody. So all 3 of these collections are exclusive to us here at Shop LC. We manufacture them in-house. So we provide you what's called a certificate of authenticity. That certificate is going to have all the stats, and I'll show you one here in just a moment so you have a chance to see exactly what I'm talking about. But this, ladies, is pretty in pink. I mean, if you love femininity, if you're somebody who maybe you love the color pink but don't necessarily like rocking pink, like I'm not a person that enjoys wearing the color pink per se. But I do enjoy wearing pink accessories, right? I do like a little pink lipstick. There's certain things that I will rock that's pink, but I don't always wear pink on a regular basis. And so I love the fact that we are providing you with pink gemstones in the right setting. So rose gold, again, big trend. Rose gold is going to be 10K. How you get rose gold, I also like to kind of share some details, because here at Shop LC as a manufacturer, the host here Some of us are certified in jewelry and gemstones. Some of us are certified in other things that have to do with what we sell here. And so with jewelry and gemstones, what's unique about gold, in order to alter the color of gold to rose, you have to add copper. So copper has to be added, that's an alloy, into your precious metal to turn the color of your setting to rose, okay? So you have to have a little copper to turn that gemstone into that rose gold color. So fun fact about, rose gold. So what they're doing is they're mixing your gold with copper and other alloys to ensure that we have this really kind of feminine, sexy rose color that looks fantastic on everybody. So this is going to be 2.8 carats. You have a 2.65 carat center stone, and the rest of the carat weight is coming from the champagne diamonds. 38 champagne diamonds coming in at 19 points. Isn't that gorgeous? I do want to measure the setting in case you're curious to know. We do have a ruler here on set just to kind of give you a heads up. The setting itself, I'm going to get a chance. This is actually an AGI certificate. The one that's black that says either Luxotto or Rhapsody is the one that I just wanted to show here. But this one right here is going to be about a half an inch from top to bottom. So you have a really nice setting here, half an inch from top to bottom. And another thing that I love about this is you kind of have that antique feel. Right? Antique feel is going to be almost old world. It's a timeless style. Yes, there it is. So here's your certificate of authenticity. This is what I was talking about. Anytime you buy our luxury brand, Luxotto, Ileana, and Rhapsody, we're going to provide you with that certificate. Okay, it gives you all the stats, all the details. If you're somebody who's into reselling right now, because we have a lot of people who have started their own e-commerce business, many people kind of doing their own things, side hustles, all that good stuff, which, I mean, why not, right? If you're one of those people, the beautiful thing about reselling our jewelry is the fact that you get all of these things, like the boxes that come with the Luxotto collection, are specific. They're specifically tailored to that item. So the box is going to be purple and gold. The certificate is going to be black, gold, and white. On the back, you're going to have all the details. So when you're selling an item, you actually have a certificate for that item for proof, right? For assurance or reassurance to that person that's actually interested in buying. 30-day money-back guarantee here at Shop LC. Anytime you shop with us, you have that money-back guarantee, unless, of course, we're in clearance. Those are final sales. Not the case right now. Another thing I wanted to mention, too, this is $1,047.99. Get this. Your price cut takes you down to $785. So right now we have it listed at $1,047.99. Remember, I was telling you that when we choose an item for the live stream, it's discounted. And then you get the extra 25% off. So if you look at the website online, it's going to say 13, I think, 09. It's going to be crossed out. That's the original price. We discounted it for the live stream. Sometimes we discount it on our website as well. That's $1,047.99. But you get an extra discount. So we take the 25% off. How do you get that discount? You're going to put live 25 in the coupon code section. How do you get to the coupons code section, right? How do you secure your purchases? How do you take advantage of this? All you're going to do is either in the comments section, write the word shop and the number 1, and that's going to continue on through the entire show. So the next item will be shop 2, shop 3, shop 4, shop 5, shop all the way down to, I think, about 20 items. Every time you put that in the comments section and you hit the send button, it will generate a link that's going to give you access to the item. Another thing I wanted to point out, which I think is really important during these live streams. Many of you didn't necessarily know this. Some of you do. If you get out of this, okay, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, and you go directly to our website, shoplc.com, there's a tab that says live streaming. And the reason why I suggest that is because we have a lot of shoppers that want to see ahead of what I am talking about, right? So right now I've been talking to you for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, the same piece. I do pick up the pace, but I want to make sure, all the order of business is out there. You know about the discount live 25. You know that in the comments section, you're going to put shop 1, shop 2, shop 3. You know that you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And then also, when you check out through the live stream and you spend $50 or more, you get free shipping. Now, when you go to shoplc.com and you hit that live streaming tab, it's going to open up the entire show. And this is key. because you don't have to wait for me to get through all these items in order to know what I have up for grabs during this show. Let's just say you're on the go. You're like, girl, I can't hang out with you for 2 hours. I can't even hang out with you for more than 30 minutes, right? So if that's the case and you're watching the show right now, in the comments section, you can say, hey, Jessica, I went to the website. I see that you have this beautiful kind of cluster style multicolor, tourmaline earrings. I'm interested in those. Can you bring them forward? I'm going to say absolutely. Here they go. Give you the stats, give you the discount so you can be on your way, right? You can secure your purchase. So that is another way to shop with us. I just wanted to make that clear. You don't necessarily, some of you just don't have the time to do it. Some of you have a lot to get into today. Many of you are finally on the move, especially since many parts of the country have been kind of snowed in. If that's the case, let your sister know. Okay, I've got your back. I will bring anything up front and give you those discount prices right away. This one, $157 and some change. That is the monthly payment plan. Okay, you have what's called the budget pay option. Budget pay is a money back guarantee payment plan. So what happens is you may not necessarily say, look, $1,047.99 on sale, fantastic. We discounted it to $785. I don't want to put $785 up, right? So you say, okay, well, let me offer you the budget pay. Budget pay is an in-house payment plan, no credit check. Don't even worry about it. And no interest. And that's key. That's importante. I don't know about you, but anytime I'm able to sign up for something where I don't have to pay any interest, sign me up, right? So let me see. Migs, she said I wasn't aware. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, I like to give you a lot of information up front. So as I continue to move, now you know you can use budget pay. You can get free shipping. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and your discount is deep. If you have any questions, our personal shopper team is on standby. They'll be more than happy to assist. I'm going to put that number up here in just a second so you know exactly what to expect. But the bottom line is, there it is, 888-835-2237. You can contact somebody. That's another thing that's completely different from these live streams that happen, right? Because we're a home shopping show. Our live streams, we have a team of people that are on standby to answer all your questions. I may not be able to get to it. I may not be able to help you process an order, but our team is on standby and they're there for you. It's called the personal shopper team. Trust me, when you get in touch with them, you're going to be like, whoo, okay, I'm good, right? Because I can't tell you many times I've been on the website and thought, I see these discounts. I'm trying to apply the discount, but for whatever reason, it's not updating my price, right? Why am I not seeing the new price? Why is it not updating? How come I can't do a payment plan? Whatever questions you may have, our personal shopper team is there to help. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get to moving here. This is a 2.8 carat. It's in rose gold over sterling. If you have any questions, please make sure you let me know. You do have the diamonds, natural champagne diamonds. This one is in gold. So the gold gram weight on this one is going to be just over 3 grams, and that's where the sizes start. The really cool thing about shopping with us is that we're a manufacturer first. And so as a manufacturer, when we started the Home Shopping Network, our chairman and CEO wanted to ensure that our customers had access to different sizes, that it wasn't just a one size, the average size, kind of like when you walk into a jewelry store and you buy something, they more than likely have to size that piece for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But here at Shop LC, we provide you with the different sizes. And so this one is available, I think, in 3 sizes. We have size 6, we have size 7, we have size 8 in this one. Okay, if you need to go larger, it's gold. So get the 8. If you need to go larger, you can always contact your local jeweler, take it in, say, look, I've got this beautiful piece I purchased. I want to go up in size, but, I just, it didn't know what necessarily to do. Is it 5 through 9? Yeah. Oh!
You want to follow the website.
Yay! I stand corrected.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, no, that's okay. 5 to 9, even better. Are you kidding me? Now, if it was bad news and they were like, sorry, we only have 1, then I'd be like, but it's like, yay! Okay, so we have all sizes pretty much. So we have size 5, size 6, size 7, size 8, size 9. We've been updated. That's even better. Again, get the closest thing to your size. You can always take it to a local jeweler. They'll be more than happy to assist, right? Of course, they're sizing for you. But reason why I talk about this is because, when you get a piece of jewelry home, you may not necessarily want to wear it on your ring finger. You might want to wear it on the index, right? Or you might not even, like for me, the larger styles, the cocktail designs, Because I have a smaller finger, I feel that, the larger rings look better on my index finger or ring finger. So it's a personal thing. It's a preference. And I want to make sure that you're well aware of the fact that since it is gold, it's going to be super easy to size. And not that silver isn't, but when you're dealing with silver, which is a precious metal, especially with the overlay that we do here at Shop LC, the person that you take it to is going to need the information about the overlay, which I'll explain to you once I'm doing silver, if I have any silver pieces. I think I have a few, but we'll talk a little more about that here in just a minute or two. So this one, again, $1,047.99 is listed at. What do you have? A 2.65 carat blush tourmaline. The tourmaline gemstones are going to be a variety of colors. The blush color, as you can see, is a faint, dainty pink. It's not a hot pink. It's not a bubblegum pink. It's a very delicate pink. So if you know anything about your morganites or your kunzites, these are gemstones that are similar in color. And a lot of us ladies, we gravitate towards it because it's romantic. It's elegant. It's sexy. It looks good on our skin. And I feel like whether we're, light skin, olive, brown, black, doesn't matter. The variety of colors that we come in, ladies, we all look good. And so it's nice to have that perfect jewelry that we feel confident in. And I think this collection is pretty extensive enough that if you watch long enough, you're going to be able to find something special. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and keep moving. Again, 2.8 carats here. This one's on sale, several sizes. If you have any questions, don't forget to put it in the comments section. I'm here for it. I want to make sure I get every single question answered. Let me see here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think it's, Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. I really appreciate it. What you doing, lady? When are you here next? That's what I want to know. Gaia and I finally had a chance to host together, and we had a co-host on, Gaia, right? I think it's Gaia that's actually watching. But we wanted to push that host out of the way. We wanted to be like, out of here. It's just me and Gaia right now.
She's coming in February.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah.
So Gaia's coming in February. Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Absolutely looking forward to it. I always love when Gaia comes in town. But okay, so we have the next piece that's up for grabs is going to be a AAA grade blush tourmaline. This one is sizzling hot. This next one features, and this is pretty unbelievable. You not only have the blush tourmaline in the center, but you also have the pink sapphire and the diamonds, right? So these are exclusive pieces of jewelry that are up for grabs at the most affordable price point possible. Hey, Gaia, let me know what day you're going to be here in February because I want to promote that. I know a lot of times people don't necessarily, we don't even know when you show up, right? It's like poof, just out of nowhere you show up. The 6th?
Yes.
Okay, so she'll be hosting on the 6th? Ah, see? Everybody's like, wait.
Also, we have a piece of hers, Shop 20.
Oh, we do. So Gaia Perez's item. Gaia. Okay. The GP collection is up for grabs. Yes. Okay, so I'm just showing this. I'm just showing it. We're going to be doing it here in just a few. But the GP collection is Gaia Perez. Her father, Giuseppe Perez, rest his soul. He used to be on air with us. She's carried on the torch tradition. She's continuing on with the family legacy and designing jewelry from Italy. She joins us every 2 months, 3 months, month to month. Who knows? Nobody ever knows. It depends on the schedule. But the fact that we have Italian design here from the perspective of Gaia, who is quite the fashionista, is next level. So I'm looking forward to presenting you with that here in just a few. It's a multicolored tourmaline piece that'll be up for grabs at the most affordable price point possible. So just an FYI on that. This one that's up for grabs now, though, is $1,469. That's not your price, though. It is not your price. We have a discounted price from $1,469. It's discounted all the way down to $1,102 with a budget payment option of $220. So $220 per month is all you are spending. Now, I realize that I use that word often, like that's all you're spending. And many of you are like, girl, $220, that's a lot. And I get that. But I come from the perspective of the industry, the jewelry world, and what you would otherwise pay, say if you were in Italy buying Gaia Perez's designs or anybody else in Italy, or if you were somewhere, in Brazil shopping for some of these gemstones and you stop in at one of the, world renowned boutiques that are out there, or somewhere in Europe. Are you kidding me? The amount of money that you'd spend on a tourmaline that has sapphire, that has diamonds, right? So this one is a 7 by 5 millimeters. Isn't that pretty? Look how feminine that is. We've got some sexy designs here. This is going to pair up too nicely with Gaia's cluster design because she has a dome ring. The dome ring is yellow gold over sterling, but a lot of fashionistas that shop with us on a regular basis, they love to mix and match. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten live pictures of ladies. I've said, look, shoot me a quick picture of what you're wearing right now. If you got Shop LC jewelry on, shoot me a picture. And they will literally send me a picture of their hand, and they'll have every single finger dripped and drizzled in Shop LC jewelry, right? No shame. And that's the beauty of accessories.
There's nothing wrong with stacking.
No, you got to stack and layer. There's nothing wrong with stacking. So you listen, however you feel your absolute best, you go for it, right? You get to be your own boss when it comes to things like that. And so I love seeing how creative a lot of you get as you're out and about. And there's something special. I mean, you can literally be dressed down with a cute pair of sweatpants, some sneakers, and a sweatshirt, and just have some lipstick on and the right accessories, and it's a done deal. So, accessories will go a long way. Now, I want to remind you, if you don't have the good friend of yours that you told about Shop LC, if they're not watching this live stream yet, don't forget to share the page and like the page. Share us out. Let people know that we have a live event that's going on right now. I know that you all are familiar with how to do that during, these live streams that you watch. Share it out, push it out so that people can join us. They can tune in. They're not spending thousands of dollars on specific gemstones that here at Shop LC are super affordable. So, back to this one. This one's going to have the pink diamonds in the middle, the diamonds on the outer halo. On both sides of the shank, you do have the diamonds in the channel as well as the round cut diamonds on the outside. So with the option here of really just over a carat of perfection, this one is discounted. It does have a 5-star rating. So when you shop with us, we always encourage, if you have a moment, to rate our pieces because customers want to know, how do you feel about the piece? How do you feel about the gemstone? What does it look like when you actually have it in your possession? With the artisans who are involved in designing these pieces, the one thing that I love about our settings, even if it's in silver, stainless steel, or anything else that we manufacture, they're thick settings. They have some heft to them. They have some weight. So we don't cut corners. I mean, the amount of craftsmanship that goes into these pieces compared to what you're paying is simply next level. But you won't be able to kind of experience that until you get these pieces home and you start shopping with us on a regular basis. So just make your first purchase. Because when you get something like this home, you're going to be blown away. You go to the local jewelry store, you walk in and you say, hey, how are you? I've been wearing, this piece of jewelry. I'm just curious to know. I've got a good friend of mine, a family member that loves tourmaline. Do you have anything like it? And they're going to be like, what is that? Tourmaline, sapphire? Let me see. Come over this way. Most of the time, the combinations of gemstones that we feature, next level. Nobody does what we do. I'm telling you. And we want you to look around. Challenge me. Please put in the comments section. Let me know if you're finding tourmaline diamonds and pink sapphires somewhere else. And if you are, okay, because I'm not saying that nobody is doing it, because there are designers that elevate. They're able to get their hands on certain gemstones that we have here. They're not going to be at the same price. So again, 10K, AAA, it's 10K rose gold. AAA is the caliber and quality of gemstone. You have the diamonds, you have the pink sapphire, you have the right price. With the discount, you're at $1,102. You have the $220 per month payment plan available to you. The rest is history. When you get it home, you're going to be blown away by all of its beauty. Trust me. And I feel like the design team, they really consider what's going to work best. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I've seen multicolored gemstone pieces that have been, just not necessarily the best looking. You've got to be really selective with the gemstones the way Gaia is. Gaia put this beautiful dome-shaped design that we're going to be featuring here in just a few. I love the different colored tourmalines. The way that she designed this one, I would imagine inspired by nature, because I can actually see almost like tree branches and like the leaves on a tree. And I believe Guy is joining us. You let me know, Guy, if I'm moving in the wrong direction. But
You're
a
in
lot
the
of
right
times,
direction.
say again?
You're in the right direction.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, thank you. There are a lot of times that, we have multicolored gemstone pieces that tend to have like topaz and citrine and garnets and peridot, which are fantastic. But all those gemstones that I just mentioned are in pretty much every single jewelry store. Any jewelry store that features gemstones will more than likely have the peridot, the garnet. These are gemstones that are part of the birthstone chart. Tourmaline's different ball game. Pink sapphires, different ball game. Pink sapphires are considered to be fancy. So this is super exclusive. $220 per month. Get it home, see it, feel it, touch it, try it on. You don't love it, you can always send it back to us, okay? That's our guarantee. We want to make sure you feel comfortable, you feel confident, you feel excited about your pieces. Last thing I want is for you to get a piece of jewelry and you're like, it's all right. Right? Because when you're out and about, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel confident. I want your back and everything to be, straight up. And you're like, I feel like a queen. Because that's the kind of feeling that a lot of us get when we look our absolute best. Looking our best is important. And listen, I'm not saying that jewelry or gemstones is like, oxygen or food or water and things. It's not something we need. But at the same time, if we can give you access to rare and exotic collectible gemstones and some of the most beautiful designs possible at the most affordable price point possible, why not? Why not consider? And that's exactly what we have here. So we started with, again, more of a cluster design. And now we've moved on to something slightly smaller. So this is option 1. This is going to be shop 1. This is going to be shop 2. Both of these are in 10K rose gold. This is not our overlay collection, which is the joy. We are going to be featuring a couple of those that are much more affordable. So those of you that wanted a lower price point, I get it. I'm with you. I'm all about a budget. I'm a bargain shopper. So we're going to get to quite a few of those here in just a minute. All right. So any questions on that? Let me know in the comments section. I'm going to keep moving. This one is 5-star rated, as I mentioned. If you're interested in seeing what some people are saying about this particular ring, all you have to do is click on. So if you're in the Facebook, Instagram, wait, which one is the shop and which one is I always get confused. Shop is for Facebook and Instagram and YouTube?
Yes.
They're all shop 1, shop 2, shop 3? There's no link that people, right?
The link on the top is for the Shop LC app itself.
Okay.
Yeah, the live streaming tab you were talking about, I believe, just for the Shop LC itself and the website.
Okay. So, but you can click on the link at the top?
Yes.
Okay. So there are a lot of different ways that you can work your way through the system. I know we're always updating. That's the reason why I'm kind of asking, just to get, clarification. But if you have any questions, the beautiful thing about everything that I'm saying is that you can get confirmation through our personal shopper team. They're a customer care team of people that are live. They're there 24/7. So anytime you're watching a live stream, we do several live streams throughout the day. You're going to be able to dial that number here at the bottom of the screen so that you can get your questions answered. They can process your orders, apply the discounts. Another thing that I want you to remember when you're watching these live streams is bundle deals. And some of you are like, bundle who? What? So we offer you discounts on items that you can bundle. And bundle deals are when we have matching pieces to go with the ring, the pendant, or the earrings. Sometimes we do a suite. We'll do the ring, we'll do the matching pendant, and the earrings. If that's the case, the good news is the more you buy, the more you save. So we're able to bundle the deal and give you an extra discount on top of the 25%, 25%, 25% if you get 3 items. If you get 2 items that are part of the bundle, 25% on that item, 25% on the second, and then you get an extra bundle discount. So I'm not too sure. I don't believe we've had any bundle deals so far. So we're going to talk a little more about that. But keep that in mind when you're shopping. Even when you're on our website, let's just say you go to shoplc.com, you hit the live TV tab, you're taking a look at some of the jewelry pieces. Always look to see if there is a matching bundle piece. If there is, it will be available and it'll say bundle and then it'll say save. So when you bundle and you put it in the shopping cart, you're going to see another discount that applies. Okay. So just an FYI, we do have some bundle deals that you can take advantage of. Let's see. Prerna, admin. Who is that? Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for watching the show. All right. So we're going to go ahead and keep moving. I'm looking at time. I know I can talk away. So I'm making sure I'm keeping an eye out on the time. Coming up next,
We're going to have our first bundle.
Speaking of bundles. So the pink sapphire that we just featured, where did I just put it? Here. Okay. This one here we just featured has a bundle deal. Matching pendant. These two go together. Okay. When you bundle, if it's 2, you get an extra 10%. If it's 3, you get an extra 15%. So I'm all about discounts, right? I'm that gal that's always looking for a coupon somewhere before I close out my shopping cart.
That's when we buy in bulk.
Yes. When you buy them both, right?
No, so the bundle is just an extra 10% off. You're talking about when you buy multiples. The buy more, save more. You buy 2, you get 5. You buy 3, you get 10% off.
So when you buy them both, though, you save extra, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's the percentage?
10% on top of the live 25.
That's what I said.
I thought you were talking about the buy more, save more.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying when you buy more, you save more. Okay, I'm sorry.
That was on me.
There's a confusion. I'm like, wait, what? Did I say the wrong thing this whole time that I've been out here? Good Lord. All right, I've got my life together. That's all me. That's all me. Okay, so the bundle deal, as I mentioned, 25% off on this beautiful pendant, 25% off on the perfect ring. You put them both in the shopping cart, you get an extra 10% off the total, right? So in this case, the ring was listed, I think, when we finished with the discount. We'll go back to the ring. The pendant right now that's up for grabs was at 1469. So the ring is listed at 1469 with the 25% discount. I'll go ahead and give you the new price here. Let me get this. Hold on. So 1469.99 minus the 25%. So we're at 1102, okay, for the ring. And then the pendant is actually discounted. The pendant is $1,015 with the 25% discount, puts you down to $761. Insane. So again, when you go in and you put both of these items into your shopping cart, not only do you get the individual 25% off the pendant, 25% off the ring, you're also going to get an extra 10% off the total bundle. So if you have any questions about that extra discount, you can always chat with our personal shopper team. They'll be more than happy to assist. All right, so do we have 24K gold? I don't have any 24K gold during our show, but we do have 24K gold on our website. So when you go to shoplc.com, you hit the live streaming tab to watch the show, or you can simply stay within the website, and the website's going to give you access to the most availability, right? Maximum availability. So what you want to do is, if you're looking for 24K gold, to our shopper who just sent in a text about 24K gold, you're going to put in the search bar 24K gold. Or you also have other tabs that allow you to kind of toggle your way through some of the items that you're interested in. So you can sort on our website by 10K. You can sort looking for just 14K. You can just simply look at 24K gold. So everything that we have in 24K gold, it'll populate in the website if you put that information in the search bar. So just an FYI. Unfortunately, I don't have any 24K gold during this show. What I will be featuring, though, is quite a bit of our DeJoy collection, which is our precious metal, sterling silver. And then we kicked off the show with some of these 10K pieces that I think a lot of you are really going to appreciate, especially with the price cuts, okay? So, yeah, so this is a bundle deal. So right now it's at $335. Let me give you the stats. Let me give you the details here. This is the exact same style, the exact match to the ring. Okay, and let me bring that ring back in so you see what I'm talking about. You put them side by side. You see how the pink sapphire halo, the white diamonds on the outer part of the halo. You've got the chain that comes with it. So even though you have pretty much the same carat weight, so this one's going to be a 7 by 5 millimeter center stone, that pink tourmaline. That one right in the middle. I'm just talking about the middle stone. Then you have the 20 pink sapphires coming in at 12 points. That's the inner halo. And halo is just the surrounding area, right? I see your halo. This right here is the halo. Sometimes you see one halo, sometimes you see two, sometimes there are three. I mean, they get fancy. So in this case, you've got the two halos, and then in the bail, which is the top part of the pendant, I'm glad that we have the shot. You can see the way the diamonds are set. So you have the round cut diamonds here on the outside, and then you have the baguette cut diamonds. So you're winning. You're winning. I mean, this is, they call it the Blush Majesty pendant. Let me go ahead and hold it up to the neckline so you have a chance to see how pretty this is. This one's not a larger kind of what I would consider to be a medallion. This is more of a demure, kind of toned down. I'm not talking tiny. I'm just talking simple, elegant, not over the top. You do have a lot of carat weight, though, when it comes to the center gemstone, so it's perfection. This is stunning. So you've got, again, this is going to be what, shop 3? This one coordinates beautifully with the ring. And if you decide to get both, obviously you get the 25% off the pendant, taking you down to, let me see here. I think you have both of them bundled.
Yes.
So let me do just the 1599 minus the 25. So $761.99 is what you're going to pay for the pendant. And yes, it is in 10K yellow gold as well. Yes, you do have a carat and a quarter total weight. You also get, listen to this, we've been upgrading. It was crazy is that with the price of gold on the rise, I would never imagine that in 2026, we would include so many chains with our gold pieces. Because we're a manufacturer, we used to do a lot of our gold pendants. We just didn't include the chain. It would cost us more, and then we'd have to charge you more to do that. So there was a period of time here at Shop LC that we did not include gold chains. Now that the price of gold has gone up, I'm seeing all these chains show up. My gosh, it's crazy how affordable we are consistently being, in terms of price. What is the ring number? So the ring number is going to be shop 2. Is that Noreen? Hey, Noreen, good to see you. The ring number is shop 2. So shop 2 on the ring, shop 3 on the pendant. Okay. Item number, Noreen, if you need it on the ring. Let me see. I don't have the other sizes, but I can give you the size 8 item number, 820-2150. But if you put shop 2, that's going to give you access to the ring. And we do have sizes, I believe it was 5 through 9, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll have to check that out. Happy Tuesday, Noreen. So glad that you're joining me today. Is there anything else that you're interested in seeing? Let me know. I know you've got access. You have that list of items. Noreen is one of our shoppers who does what I had mentioned at the start of the show. I was saying that, when you watch our show, you actually can kind of look ahead to see, if you're on our website, what else we have available. So if there's something available that you want to see and you've got to skedaddle a bit earlier, Noreen will say, hey, girl, let me see number 16. Let me see number 17. Bring it forward. Let me know what you're going to cut the price down to. And I'll be more than happy to assist her with that. Okay. And anybody else interested. So this one is discounted at $761.99. When you divide that, there is a 5-month payment plan option. So you're paying $152.39. Obviously, each one's sold separately. You get the 25% discount, but if you decide to bundle and get both, which I think Noreen may, you're going to get the extra 10% discount on top of the $25.25 on each piece, which is nice. Okay, so Noreen says, I couldn't see you any of our regular browsers. What? You couldn't see? Where? Are you talking about Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok? Let us know, because I'm going to have John take a look at that if that's the case. She's saying she can't see us on any of the browsers. Well, what about the Shop LC browser? Did you have to go into Shop LC and hit the live streaming tab? Let me know, please, because we need to take a look at that. We don't want you to miss it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so coming up next, I think we're doing a ring, right?
Shop 4, yes.
Shop 4 is up next. This is going to be a 1 carat. I love this one. This one is actually going to be one of my last gold pieces. The rest of my show will be DeJoy. So just an FYI, if you want your gold, this one, we have a cute little pendant. And this is for Noreen and anybody else wanting to see. Just a classic pendant, step cut faceted octagon. This one is 1.85 carats. And then we have one more ring in gold, which is so pretty. I fell in love with this one. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? The swirl design on both sides of the shank here is perfect. All right, so we're going to get to that here in just a moment. This one is a clearance item. Clearance, clearance, clearance. Final sale, final sale. That means no returns. You know me, I like to be transparent. If we have a final sale, that means you're getting every dollar, every penny, every cent off the price so that you're able to pretty much get it almost at cost. I mean, it's incredible how low we're able to go. So you ready for this? This one here is in, it's a 1 carat. This one's going to be 10K. We have it in sizes 5 through 10. And you have your 25% discount, which takes you from $907.99 all the way down to $680 for gold and diamonds. So 7 by 5 millimeter, 80 point center stone. You have your taper baguette diamonds, your champagne and white diamonds here. $907.99 is what we have this one listed at. With the discount, it goes down from $907.99 to $680.99. The budget pay option is $136 per month. This one is a final sale. So this one you can't return. Anytime you see clearance or anytime your host says clearance or you're shopping during the clearance, you know that you're getting the all-time lowest price point possible. And I want to kind of comment on that before I keep moving, because a lot of people that shop with us on a regular basis patiently wait for items to go on clearance. It's risky because you don't necessarily know if an item will make it to clearance just due to availability. They usually sell out before clearance even kicks off, or they decide to put it in the clearance. So there are a lot of times that an item, if it does make it into clearance, which is the final sale, no returns, there are limited sizes. In this case, I think we have a 7.5, an 8, and an 8.5. That's it, done deal. So $136 for this one. It is in 10K rose gold. You do have a petite 80 point, okay, just over 3/4 of a carat. These make really nice gifts for like your daughter, your granddaughter, your sister, any kind of friend that you want to get something special for. I don't know if you go all out and you get gold, but you know, these types of price points, they tend to be a bit more affordable when they're on clearance. And even though, I mean, you know, when you're watching these live streams, we still discount them, but this is for gold, $136 per month, $680 out the door. You get the 10K rose gold setting. You've got that blush tourmaline that's a 7 by 5 millimeter. It is an 80 point center stone. You've got the taper baguettes, and you have those round cuts on the side. The two-tone finish is stunning. Let me step to the side a moment so you have a chance to see. I love that we do these pictures because these pictures are blown up a bit more, right? This gives you a better look at, well, there's only so much I can do when I come in, right? So we're not in the regular studio where we have our producer and director and they can zoom in and we can hold it. So this is the best way. Another way for you to see that piece up close is going to be by clicking on the shop button up top, or in the comments section, putting shop 1, shop 2, shop 3, whatever item you're interested in seeing. You're going to put that below in the comments section, and then you'll hit the arrow so that it generates a link that you can click on. And that's going to show you the hand. That's going to show you the different angles. That's going to give you all the stats. Everything that you need to know to make that final decision will be on our website. So just an FYI on that, this is a clearance item, clearance final sale, no return, but deep discounts. Okay, $907 is what it's listed at. The original price was $1,134, which is a great price. But you get the extra 25% discount from the $907, making it $680 for a tourmaline diamond ring. Mwah! So let me know. Any questions? Please, please, please make sure you let me know. Hey, I'm back on shop 2. Is that relatively new? Is shop 2 relatively new? Let me see here. Are we talking about the matching? So the matching ring is what I think you're asking me about. This one here. I'm not too sure. It depends if we have several sizes. This might be a little newer, but I don't think we have a lot of sizes. So I'm going to say that this is probably not too new, just based on, you know, the fact that I don't think we have it in size 10, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 6 through 9 or 5 through 9. So sometimes when we have it, we'll have the 5 through 10, as you know, Noreen. The 10 sells out, the 5 sells out, and then we have 6 through 9. So I think that it's been in stock for a little bit. And that discounted price we gave you is a pretty deep discount. Does that make sense? I want to make sure I'm answering that for you. And you know what, Noreen, you can always, because I want to give you the right information, you can always ask our personal shopper team if it's a newer piece in stock. I just don't have access to that. Usually when I'm on TV, my producer, when they load the auction, they can give me a little information on that. And so, you know, I'm a little hesitant with telling you that it's new or it's not. I'm just going to keep it neutral, just based on the sizes. Since it's not 5 through 10, it's 6 through 9, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably been in stock for a little bit, okay? I hope that helps. If not, you know, you can get better help with our personal shopper team. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and keep moving. I've got quite a few items to get to. This is where Jessica picks up the pace. I'm going to move pretty quickly because I only have about an hour and 10 minutes, and trust me, it goes by fast. So coming up next is our pendant, and then we have one more ring, and that's all the gold will feature. From that point on, the prices will drop, right, because we're doing precious metal. And then we'll have a chance to actually feature some DeJoy pieces along with, we have a Gaia Perez special that's going to be coming up. So I'm having a problem. I have a gemologist sorting my jewelry, and she has already found 10 duplicates. What? 10 duplicates? Oh my gosh, Noreen. So you're saying that you shop so much with us that you're buying the same ring over and over. I understand.
Hey, at least she's consistent.
Yeah, she knows.
Girl, I am scared. First of all, congratulations. You need to, well, I'm not trying to say what to do. I know I just say you need to. I started the sentence by saying that. I take that back. If that's the case, I would say, you know, sell them. Obviously, hold on to the ones that you want in your collection, and then obviously resell them. But how long is the price available? This one, the price is only available for 48 hours. So this price cut is available for 48 hours if you're interested. And I'm assuming that you probably want to consult with your jeweler to ensure that you don't buy a duplicate again. So I totally understand that. I would say 48 hours. Maybe contact them, send them a picture, and then she said it's all my fault, me and Tony. Maureen, listen, as long as I'm not, you know, listen, as long as you can make the purchases and I'm not convincing you to do something that you're not able to manage or handle, I'd feel horrible for that. So yeah, no, I would definitely contact the personal shopper team just to kind of see what we have in stock. And of course, you can always hold off for the next 24 to 48 hours, contact that jeweler, let them know, take a picture of it and say, hey, do you have any of these? You know, I don't want to buy another duplicate, and I think that'll be helpful. But you do have 48 hours to do it, and we do have some quantity if that's what you were concerned about, okay? All right, so coming up, matching pendant to anything that you get blush tourmaline. It says, but they are all from you guys. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad that you hang out with us. Noreen, do you ever send a text message when we are on air? I don't feel like I hear from you as much when I'm on television. I mean, I totally get it. You know, I don't expect you to, but I'm just curious to know, because I'd love to give you a shout out when we're on TV too. My personal shopper now calls me when she sees I am buying a duplicate. I love it. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, Noreen. See, we work for you. That's what I'm saying. So that's a good point. I mean, the personal shopper team does work for you. And if you have any duplicates, Noreen has the connection. Everybody has access to our personal shopper team. If you want to kind of ask them any questions, they can look back in your account to see what you've already purchased, what you haven't purchased. And that's a really great idea, Noreen. I'm glad that you have somebody, you know, that you work with closely, if not probably a few people that work with you, to ensure that you're not buying the duplicates. So double check on that. We're going to honor the price, give you the best price possible. And hopefully if you don't have it, we'll have it on its way to you soon. Okay. All right. So the pendant, $9.59. This one is another clearance, a final sale item. This one is $719.99 with $143 asking price. So The $143 is that budget payment option. You always have the option of payment plan. So you don't have to spend $900, $1,200, especially if you're into buying gold. So this is absolutely stunning. I text the box that is under the picture live. Oh, good. Good. So there are a lot of ways that you can communicate. And I would definitely suggest that you contact our personal shopper team. So Noreen says, I text the box that is under the picture live. Where should I text? Are we talking
She's asking about when she's on the TV side, when you're over there. You said send a message.
Oh, duh. Thank you. You see that? I couldn't. So texting 512-944-4304. So maybe you do text. I don't always have a chance to address the text messages. So perhaps I've missed some of the text, but yeah, that is the text, 512-944-4304. Okay. And can we put that in the comment section? And that's for the live TV show. Obviously, it's not for the live stream, but there are a lot of people that tune in to our live TV show.
What was that number?
512-944-4304. That's the text number if you're wanting to communicate with the live TV host. Now, can't guarantee that we're always going to be able to respond to you, right? Because we're a TV show. It's different than the live stream. But we do try to get as many questions answered, or anytime, you're shouting us out, you're hanging out with us, we try to address you by first name as long as you include it, okay? Noreen, thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you next week. All right, so that center gemstone is the perfect size. You have a 1.79 carat. This is a 7 by 5 millimeter. In the bail, you have the diamonds. These are lab-grown diamonds. Lab-grown diamonds right now are extremely popular. So lab-grown are the identical twin to their natural counterpart. There is this misconception in the market. I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand the difference between a lab-grown and a simulated diamond. A simulated diamond is going to be a cubic zirconia. It's man-made. A lab-grown diamond, although it's made in the lab, it's made of the same chemical makeup of its natural counterpart. So when they test the lab-grown diamond, it tests like a natural earth mined. Okay, so they are identical twins. The biggest difference is when they're in the lab, they're able to control the environment. The good Lord above controls everything else outside, earth mine. So we're at the mercy of that. And sometimes, most of the time, the diamonds that come out after billions of years of forming are going to be industrial grade. So they're not going to be top-notch quality. It's one of the reasons why when you start looking at G to H colored diamonds or E to F or D flawless diamonds, they're much more expensive than some of the others in the market because, naturally in the earth, the production of diamonds is not usually, on that higher end side of things. Most of the time when they're excavating diamonds are meh. They're aight. They're murky. They're foggy. They're teeny tiny pieces. When they cut them, when they facet them, they can't be graded. So a lot of that stuff is used in other industries, right? Because diamond is the most durable substance out there. They can use it to cut things and do all kinds of cool stuff that we don't necessarily get into here at Shop LC. But so the lab-grown diamond material, ethically sourced, right? And now you have something that people can kind of trust and rely on. You don't necessarily know how the gemstones are mined. So some people don't feel comfortable and confident buying diamonds and things like that. So if that's you, or you just want something a bit more affordable, you may want to consider looking at lab-grown diamonds. This is not something new in the market. This is not something that only we do here at Shop LC. You walk into any jewelry store. Right now, the earth mine diamonds are sitting on the shelf. I kid you not. And the lab-grown diamonds are blowing the earth mine diamonds out of the water like TNT. Like people are like, sign me up for that lab-grown diamond because it's much more affordable. You can get something bigger. And if you can get something bigger that tests the same, listen, I'm not going to get too technical and deep, but the bottom line is if you price lab-grown diamonds out there versus here, you're getting a bigger and better value, period. We're always going to guarantee that lowest price in America. We're always going to provide you with the best deal possible. In this case, we are including the 20-inch 10K rose gold chain, so you get the chain ready to wear. This one from top to bottom is measuring at, let me get the measure. or let me get the ruler rather, measure this. So from top to bottom, this is going to be 1/2 inch. So the pendant measures at 1/2 inch. It's not over the top. You've got something simple, classic, something that pops, something that stands out. You don't need very much of it to be seen, right? I mean, certain gemstones, they really pop, and this one looks amazing on the skin. And as I mentioned, rose gold really shows through beautifully, against all skin tones. Any hair color, any eye color, you look fantastic. So this is a 20-inch chain. It is 10K rose gold. This is a two-tone finish. Wanted to point that out because in the bail, you actually have white gold where the diamonds are set. Where the gemstone is sitting, you have rose gold. So they've done a two-tone finish so that you have little rose and white gold together in one setting. Mint Stone was trying to ask how hard it was. Oh, the Tourmaline? So you're talking about the mint tourmaline. So the mint tourmaline is a 7.5. Yeah, that's going to be, I forget the name. I know which one you're talking about, though. The one that we had yesterday, Noreen. Noreen has given me some information about, the mint tourmaline. And I'm pretty sure, I want to look back at my notes here, Noreen, so that I give you the right information. I don't think I mentioned that yesterday. You're right. One of our viewers right now is asking the hardness of a gemstone. So you're going to be right at about a 7.5 on that mint tourmaline. Okay. So just an FYI on that. The tourmalines are durable. The Mohs scale determines how resistant the surface is to scratches. Okay. So when people ask about hardness, the hardness doesn't determine the quality of the gemstone. The hardness simply kind of tells us, how resistant. So when you read up on hardness, it goes from 1 to 10. 10 is the diamond. Diamond's the most durable hardness in the gemstone world. So the reason why we talk about that is because women wear diamonds all the time. They don't necessarily have to worry about those diamonds getting scratched because the hardness, the surface, is resistant to scratches. So you have your gemstones like tourmaline. You have your gemstones like quartz and topaz. They are a 7 on the Mohs scale as well, 7 to 7.5. So these gemstones are able to withstand the test of time. What I like to say about hardness is that it determines whether or not, I never do anyway, but I'm just saying, like, if you're somebody who's going to putt-putt, and you're wearing like your opal, the opal's a little bit softer than, say, a tourmaline. Tanzanite is another gemstone. Tanzanite is right around a 6.5 on the Mohs scale. Remember, it goes from 1 to 10. Is it something you need to be scared of? Is it something that is not able to withstand the test of time? No, but it can scratch a bit more easily than some of the other gemstones like a diamond. So that's all really the Mohs scale tells us. I don't want anybody to think that because it's on the softer side that you don't ever wear your gemstones. It's just something to consider, especially if you're rough and tough on things. I can't tell you how many times I've scraped and scratched things that I didn't mean to. So, there are times where you're like, you know what, I'm going to be out and about. I'm going to be working with the kids or the grandkids. And, I don't want to mess up my tanzanite or whatever gemstone that's a bit softer. So you leave it behind for the day. So that's really it. Noreen, I hope that helped. But yeah, 7.5 on the Mohs scale, the tourmalines. And this, John?
So sorry.
What is that? He's getting hyped in here. He's getting hyped. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move. I've got the last gold piece of the show before I start getting into my DeJoy collection. The DeJoy collection, just so you know, the price is going to plummet. It's going to be much more affordable than all these pieces. This one here, what did we say it was? 143. So the pendant is 1.85 carats. The price point is $143 per month. Out the door, you're going to pay $719. And that's solitaire. It's not a solitaire pendant because you have a diamond in the bail, diamonds in the bail. The only time you call an item a solitaire if it's just the gemstone, just so you know, Mel. Because when a lot of people say, oh, the solitaire, the center stone is how you describe it. And it's not, you just, naturally you want to say the solitaire, but a solitaire is just one gem. And that's it. When you're describing the gemstone in the middle, you would say the center stone. Okay. So in this case, that center gemstone, the one that we were doing for Noreen, that one was an 8x6. This next one though, this is also an 8x6. Oh my gosh, Noreen, listen, I think you may need to consider, I don't know if you have this one in your collection yet, but good night. That's a carat and a quarter. You want to talk about fancy? Fancy 10K rose gold, G to H colored diamonds, I2 in clarity. That's going to be 14 baguettes, 7 points, and then you have those round cuts. That is, man, I mean, stunning. That's a beautiful piece. That looks like money. So, guess what the price is on this one? Okay, it is clearance, so it is a final sale. But I think you're going to be happy with me on this one. The listed price was $999. The clearance price is $599. $599. With the discount, though, for gold and diamonds and blush tourmaline, I would say this is the best looking piece in the gold collection I've had. That's my opinion. This one is only going to cost you $449.99. $449.99. How do you lock in on it? Shop 6. Shop 6. Ladies and gentlemen, put Shop 6 in the comments section. Hit the arrow button. It's going to generate the link you're going to click on. Get it. Do not miss out. This one is dripped and drizzled in perfection. 1.6 carats. The center gemstone all by itself, a carat and a quarter, and the diamond carat weight, fantastic on this one. It is so pretty. There's the back, of course, beautifully finished. You know how we do. Beautifully finished. But this one, $89.99 per month. I can't even believe I'm mentioning that kind of number associated with, our Lux Soto collection. It's almost impossible. It is a clearance item. It is a final sale. But let me tell you something. In 2026, do not expect to see any of our Lux Soto pieces really go under like $999. This one is $449.99. And when you think about what you're getting, tourmalines, some of the most expensive gemstones in the world, diamonds and gold. It's not like this is our rose gold over sterling collection, which I'll be featuring here. But it is priced like that. Clearance! Noreen said, thank you, Shop 6. So congratulations, Noreen. I hope you picked this one up. This is beautiful. The carat weight, let me give you the carat weight on the diamonds, the breakdown here. It is going to be in limited sizes, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5. I don't know how large we go. Let me see here. Noreen, the 10 is there. Yes, I know that's your size. So hopefully you'll be able to snag that. So 8x6 millimeter, 1.25 carat. You have the 14 diamonds. Can you scroll just a little bit down for the rounds? So the baguettes are going to be, okay, so the round cuts, you have 52 round cut diamonds coming in at 19 points. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a significant amount of carat weight. That's the reason why when I picked it up, I mean, when you see this, you're going to spend a lot of time going like this. It is gorgeous. And the price, you cannot miss out on this. Listen. When there are opportunities that present themselves here on the live stream, I almost want to come through, I wanted to say TV, but like the screen and be like, listen. So let me put it on the stand because I want to show it to you from different directions. Once this is gone, there's no way that we'll be able to replicate this piece at this same price. And I don't even know if we can remake the piece because obviously tourmalines are very rare. Right? You don't see tourmalines in your local brick and mortar jewelry stores. You don't walk into the mall jewelry store and you're like, hey, what's up with those tourmalines? You can ask them, but they're going to be like, we don't carry that. You're going to have to go to Jacques Bleu Bleu Bleu. So this is that. It is in gold. It's next level. And you see the way that bypass design goes up and over one side of the gemstone and it does the same on the opposite side. When you see this in person, you're going to be glad that you did it. $89.99 with the budget pay. Tati, hey, Tati, good to see you. I need a 9. Tati, you got it. The 9 is there. So if you're interested in the size 9, you're going to hit shop 6. Put that in the comments section right below. Hit the little, you see the little like envelope, the little triangular shape. Send it out. It's going to generate the item code that you're going to click on or the link, and it'll take you right to it. There's a size 9. There's a 9, 9.5, 10, 8, 8.5, and I think we only have up to 6 or 7 or 6. So yeah, this is the biggest value I have to offer you in our gold collection today. It's crazy. I'm blown away. I am blown away. You're going to get your certificate of authenticity, right? So you have, this is Tati is Noreen. Is it? Tati is Noreen? Really? Hold on. Oh, so you're coming from, I'm buying it now and hoping I don't. So Tati's Noreen. Okay, so she says, I'm buying it now and hoping I don't already own it. You're too much. And if you do, let me tell you something. The amount of money you can make off this, I'm just saying. Don't just hoard it and not sell it. I mean, you don't necessarily have to sell it right now, but my goodness, you can hire somebody to sell this stuff. Hire me, Noreen. I'll do live streams for you, girl. No, I'm teasing. But we really appreciate it.
Roll on.
What's that?
We gotta get a roll on.
Oh, trust me, I got your back. I got your back. He said, you talking about picking it up? Is that what you're saying?
Noreen's distracting you.
Oh, I just got in trouble during the live stream right now. All right, so here we go. The DeJoy collection officially kicks off right now. I have the cutest earrings. These are going to be DeJoy. This is all 925 sterling silver, rose gold over sterling. First pair of earrings that I'm featuring. I have the double halo. Double halo design. Guess how much these are? Guess how much these are? These are only going to cost you. Who's rolling now? What's going on? We're doing the earrings? Look, I'm putting him on the spot now. He's telling me to hurry up, but he don't have the other item ready? Wow! Okay, here we go. 87. 87 is your price. Is that a clearance? Was that a clearance? It is.
Another one, yes.
We get another clearance. So I have the prettiest earrings. These are two-tone. Blush tourmalines in the center, 6x4 millimeter. You have a half carat in the center. You also have the 28 zircons. They are chocolate zircons and white zircons. These are $87.99 with the discount. You're only paying $16.50 per month out the door with the discount. Because remember, Live 25 is the coupon. You're going to be able to get them for $65.99. $65.99. I love these. So I'm going to see if I have, here it is, the earring try-on device. I'm going to hold these up. Now, as I mentioned, once I get into the sterling silver collection, we've got lower price points. So I'm not going to spend too much time on each one. I'm going to give you stats and details pretty quickly as I'm going to be wrapping up the show in 45 minutes. And that's fast. So here go the earrings. These are larger. These are going to be in 18K vermeil rose gold over sterling. This has the two-tone finish. And please keep in mind, I do have the Gaia Perez special coming up, okay? Don't you worry. I've got the Gaia Perez special coming up. Let me put that ring on now so you have a chance to see it. It's going to be a multicolor piece. So this one here is on sale. As I mentioned, the original price listed was actually $109. We discounted them down to $87. It's on clearance. It is a final sale, but if you're interested in blush tourmalines and you want the great, price point, this is a way to lock in on the gem, experience it. We're going to do free shipping. These are $87.99 with the discount, 25% off. You're at $65.99. Now, where I'm getting the $16 from is the budget payment option. We have a payment plan available to everybody. Everybody qualifies for the payment plan. As long as you have the $16.50 on your credit card, you can use budget pay. So in this case, think about it. Think about your family. Think about your friends. Think about how lovely these are going to be. Fantastic. That GP ring is fabulous. Wish I could buy from the German shop LC. No, you can buy today. Why the German shop LC? Have you seen Gaia over there? Or I'm not too sure. Is it that we don't carry some of the stuff? Well, we don't carry all the things that Germany does or even the UK. But yeah. So again, $87.99 final sale. It's a clearance. With the discount, $65.99. With the payment plan option, you're paying $16.50 per month. You still get the free shipping because you're spending $50 or more. Boom. That's going to be the next item. We move. The band style design coming up next. I have a 1.2 carat band. This band is pretty. This is a stackable ring, so you can always wear this as a ring guard. When I use the word ring guard, or you hear anybody use the word ring guard, some of you know it, some of you don't know the term. So a guard is basically what you put alongside of your favorite ring. So this one doesn't necessarily stack perfectly, but it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. So if I were to wear one band on one side of a ring, if this didn't have that kind of loop design and it slid and lay flush right next to the ring, that's kind of considered to be the best kind of design or style when we're talking about ring guard. In this case, because you have that loopy design, it doesn't necessarily kind of sit flushed on the ring, but you can always do it. I've seen ladies go both sides and just have a bigger look. So that's an option. You can wear it just as is. This one has almost every single color tourmaline you can imagine. It's a 1.2 carat. This one features 4x3 millimeter stones. You have 7. Every single color from yellow to pink to green to orange. You have all these beautiful colors of tourmaline, but look at the way they twinkle. That's the thing about tourmalines. Tourmalines that we feature here are such top-notch quality. Now, there is a bundle deal available. I don't believe we have those earrings out here. But if you're interested in bundling, we have, I think it's a 3-stone pair of earrings. Are we able to put it up on screen behind me? Is it possible? Yes. I want to show you what the bundle deal looks like, and then I'm going to show you another pair of earrings right after that are available. But I wanted to make you aware of that extra discount when you buy the bundle. So when you're looking at the item on a website, shop 8 is the number. You're going to be able to see sometimes an extra item, and it says add 2 items into your cart, bundle, save more. So you're able to save a little more. Here go the earrings. And I wanted to show these to you because I have a pair of floral earrings. You see the way they go all the way around? These are going to be 3-stone. These are actually $79.99, and you get the bundle discount with that. So you may want to consider the 3-stone versus these, but I have an excellent price on these. So those earrings that I just showed you that we have here on screen, you have the pink, the green, and the orange. These are 925 sterling silver. That's part of the bundle with this ring. If you wanted a larger style earring, I've got your back. I'm going to bring in these, which are more of a flower design. So the flower design is going to wrap all the way around. The flower design is also going to feature pear-cut gemstones instead of ovals. And the flower design is a better discount. So let me give this to you. This is a super bundle. And the reason why I call it a super bundle on the flower, we're going to go ahead and wrap up these. I'm going to take these off screen now in just a second. And I'm going to put up the flower design because I think it's important you see the difference between the two. So with the earrings we have up now, those are what? Ovals, right? Shape. A lot of us have seen the ovals. This one only has 3 stones. The next pair of earrings that we're going to feature that actually coordinates nicely with this ring is not a part of the bundle, but I got a better discount for you. So instead of you spending the $79.99 on the 3-stone, we're going to hook you up with the fancy pear cuts. These are actually 1.6 carats. You have 4x3 millimeter stones as well, but they're not ovals, they're pairs. So pairs are going to be in the shape of like a teardrop is the best way for me to describe it, or pear. That's the actual cut of the gem. Also in the middle, you have the gemstones that are zircon. Look how pretty these are. Look at how pretty these are. And maybe we can get a new earring trying device at some point. I'm going to get one of these, get an upgraded version of that. Okay, so here is the earring on the ear. Really pretty design. Instead of it being just the 3 stones, you have the 5, right? So there are 10 4x3 millimeter stones, and then in the middle, you have the white zircon. These, ladies and gentlemen, are $64.99. This is a 30-day money-back guarantee item. You have a $16.24 budget payment option, and I've got some bundle deals for you. Let me show you what we have here to go with it. Let's see what the bundle is. So we have a bundle ring, and we also have a bundle pendant. Are those scheduled?
No, we do not have those ones.
Dun, dun. Did you hear that, John? The bundle is not scheduled.
Oh, man.
That's been
But the personal shoppers can make it happen.
Personal shoppers are always there for you. Here's the deal. I show you the bundle deal. I know some of you are like, it's hard to make that decision, but it's almost like you're online shopping, right? If you're online shopping, you're not going to be able to see the piece till you get it home. Same situation. You have the money back guarantee anyway. So here's the deal. If you're interested in the bundle deal, I need you to contact our personal shopper team. They're going to let you know what is available in the bundle. You don't just have the chance to get the earrings. You can get a cute little bundle ring and a cute bundle pendant. Okay. I'm not going to get too much into that because I know the personal shopper team is there to take care of you. If you're interested in taking a look at the bundle deal, the good news is you can actually put shop 9. And then when you hit shop 9, it's going to show you the item, and right underneath or beside the item, you'll see all the bundles. So you'll be able to take a closer look at the ring, and you'll also see the pendant. Okay, does that make sense? So again, you go shop. Right now we're on shop 9. These earrings. There are 2 additional pieces that you can bundle. The pieces are a matching ring, and then you also have a matching pendant. The matching pendant is $89. The matching ring is $69. You bundle those, each one 25% off, 25% off, 25% off, and then the entire bundle is going to be an extra $15. Okay? With the discount on the earrings, you're going to spend less than $50 on the earrings. 30-day money back guarantee. These are in silver. These are perfect. 1.6 carats. What more can I say? All the different colors here are going to coordinate beautifully with a lot of the tourmalines you have in your collection, including every single piece I featured so far. So any questions, you let me know. I'm going to keep moving. These are on sale, though. These are a big deal. Earrings are such a nice gift to give to a friend or a family member because you don't have to worry about size. With bracelets, you don't know what size they wear. With rings, we don't know not only what size they wear, but also what finger they're going to wear it on. So that can be a challenge. With earrings, boom, they've got their ears pierced. You're good to go. I got a special here. Multicolor bracelet. I cannot believe I was approved. Okay, approval. So we're going to feature, are those the hoops out here? I think I have a multicolor necklace. Yes! Look how pretty that is. Voom. I mean, we're talking about high-end luxury. So the necklace is going to be coming up as a bundle. The first item we're doing is the bracelet. And then we also have a pair of earrings. Let's see if I have the bundle. Yes. Thank you. All right, so these are going to be the earrings that go with the bundle. So we have the bracelet, the necklace, and the earrings. This is a bundle. This is a perfect example of a bundle deal. We manufactured 3 perfect pieces that coordinate, I mean, spot on. We're not talking about like sort of, kind of. These match. So here's the necklace, okay? The necklace, the front half of the necklace is dripped and drizzled in gemstones. The back half of the necklace is going to sit perfectly on the neckline. So this is going to hold the necklace up. Do I have them facing forward? No, got to flip it. There we go. So yeah, once you wrap this around the neckline, you're going to have those gemstones popping. See, when I'm not on TV, there you go. There they go. I'm trying to hold it up so you can see it, visual. But the whole front half of your neckline is going to be where you're dripped and drizzled. So, a couple things I wanted to tell you. This consistency that you see, and I'm going to bring it in a little bit better so you have a chance to see this. You see how in between you have tourmaline's moissanite? Okay, so this one here is going to pair up beautifully with the bracelet. They are exact. So with the bracelet, you have the option of getting the 6.5 or the 7.25. Unfortunately, the 8-inch is sold out. If you're interested, the bracelet is on clearance. It's a final sale, $318 with the discount, $239. And I don't know about you, my gosh, when I think back to, the amount of money that I've spent on some gemstone bracelets, it cannot touch. I mean, the price cuts we're able to give you here, next level. So each of these gemstones, 6x4 millimeter, 6x4 millimeter, all the way across, 6x4, 6x4. You have the insert tongue and groove box closure. So there is the, you're obviously going to insert it into the other side of the bracelet, and then it snaps in place. You have the 2 latches for extra security. You put that in, and you're done. You're good to go. So it's going to be nice and secure. But that's luxury at its absolute finest. This multicolored tourmaline bracelet with extra moissanites in the setting to give you a little sparkle action. This is only costing you $47.80 per month. $47.80. So if you're interested in the payment plan option, you qualify for it. All you have to do is put the $47.80 down. You get the free shipping and you get the 30-day money. Oh, this one is a clearance. So there is no money back guarantee. I want to make sure I'm transparent with that. This is a final sale, but the final sale takes you from the $318 you would have spent down to $239. And that's a deep discount because the original price on this was $374. So to be able to get it for $239 with all this carat weight, and it doesn't matter if you decide to get the 6.5 inch, you've got over 9 carats. If you get the 7.25 inch, we're talking nearly 10 carats. Okay. So that 7.25 inch, ladies and gentlemen, is 10.25 carats if you get the 7.25. So obviously the longer you go, the more gemstones have to be added, the more precious metal. You know, they have to, create longer links, so they add more links to the bracelet to make it longer. But all of the links are listed at the same low price, which is nice. So there it is, the bracelet on sale, $318.74. This is going to be shop 10. We have the earrings, which are also on clearance. These are on clearance. These are $114 final sale with the discount. These are going to take you under, what did we say it was, at $119? These are going to be $89.99. $89.99. Yes, and these are inside outs. These are fantastic. So an inside out hoop is going to have the gemstones along the outside, but also on the inside. So you have two kind of parts to the earring when they're manufacturing this. A lot of times they'll just keep it nice and clean on the back, super easy. But when you add additional gemstones on the back end, you get a lot more for the money. People are able to see those gemstones even better because you don't have anything that is, you know, kind of just, it's not simple. It's not a simple finish on the inside. So you're wearing your hair up, you're wearing your hair down, you're facing left, right, looking down. I mean, every time people see you, they're going to see those gemstones. So those earrings are on sale. They're at $89.99. Say again?
Double checking, those ones are going to be different than the bundle deal.
Okay, so these are a little bit different?
Yes, so the ones we're offering are not part of the bundle. I double checked the SKUs.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a bunch more closer of the multi-gemstones.
Okay.
So we'll just do the bracelet and the necklace.
Okay. Okay. So the bundle, these are actually a little further down in the show. I see them now. Okay. So these are going to be 3.1 carats in the bundle deal. What's the carat weight on those? So they are similar, but the ones in the bundle, oh, I see the difference. They don't have the moissanites. So the ones in the bundle deal, we're going to put right here. They're going to mimic the bracelet with the moissanite in between and mimic the necklace with the moissanite in between. So I want to be clear on that. We have two different styles of multi-tourmaline earrings. Both of them are inside outs. The difference is these are going to be 3 carats and the combo is going to match the moissanite combo. The ones I just showed you don't have any moissanite, but they are coming up if you like those better. Okay, both of them are that inside out style. But again, if you wanted to get the bundle deal with the extra discount and you wanted to get the same exact, the consistency, I don't have them on set, but I have them here on screen. These are going to feature the moissanites, and these are $114 with the discount, $89.99, and then you have the necklace at $339.99. The necklace is on clearance too, right? Just want to make sure. So all of these are going to be a final sale suite, okay? No money back guarantee, but the biggest discount we can offer you. Plus there's a bundle discount on top of the 25% off for each piece. So that's always nice. The necklace is pretty major, actually. Let me give you some carat weight on the necklace. The necklace is 12.5 carats. That's a 12.5 carat multi-tourmaline necklace. The bracelets, depending on the length that you get, we have the 6.5 inch, 9.15 carats. And then that 7.25 is 10.25 carats. And that's the bracelet. The 2 lengths that we have available, big deal. Really big deal here. Oh, I'm going to need my little, what is this? Hold on. I'm going to need my little tools. sometimes with the latches, when you secure them, they are sealed. What you got? Scissors. Oh no, he's got scissors on the set. I'm just taking the latch out of place so I can open it up. Appreciate it. All right, so the latches are undone, and then you're gonna have a little push down lever at the top, pull back to release. Okay, and the reason why I use that tool is so that I won't break a nail. I know it sounds kind of bougie, but on TV I gotta have my nails right. So I'm like, somebody help me on the set. So I had to pull it. Anyways, you can pull it off. It's just I didn't necessarily want to risk the nail thing. Anyways, there's the bracelet. It still matches the ring if you wanted to get that multi. You can build upon the suite. So $318.74 for the bracelet. We said that the necklace was listed at $339, just a few bucks more. You get the 12.5 carats. And all of these price points that I'm mentioning, that's before the 25% discount. So if you're into multicolored gemstone pieces, I'm telling you this Tourmaline collection is the way to go. You all are getting these on super, super sale. All right. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We did that entire suite. We did the bracelet with the moissanite. We did the necklace with the moissanite. And we also did the inside out hoops with the moissanite. We didn't have those on set, but we do have another pair of inside out hoops that is going to match a bracelet that I'll be featuring here at the end of the show, which is Ileana. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to do a cluster style. And can we bring the Gaia Perez forward? I want to do that because I know a lot of people are waiting on that one.
You want to do that one next?
Yeah, let's do that one next. Gaia, this one's for you if you're still watching. We're going to do the Gaia Perez. This one is 3.9 carats. It is the Tree of Life, so I was exactly going in the right direction. The Tree of Life, we all know, a lot of us, are interested in knowing what our family history is. Many of us doing the DNA, all that good stuff. And so this represents that family tree without it being the traditional Tree of Life design. Gaia Perez is an Italian designer that's renowned worldwide, all over. Her family, for generations now, they've been manufacturing jewelry. It's beautiful to see when the next generation takes on the task or the challenge to continue on and carry on tradition. When the GP collection was started, it was actually started by her great grandfather. And so, this was men before her. And so I love the fact that Gaia brings a different perspective. Although her dad, Giuseppe, was all about the ladies, my ladies, my ladies, my ladies. That was like his thing. So we really appreciated the designs that he would put together. And I'm sure he drew inspiration from his wife and his daughter, Gaia. So now Gaia is in the front seat at the helm and she's bringing the heat. Okay. She'll be here in February. We've got one of her pieces on sale during the show. It's a dome shaped design. Look how pretty that is. The detail. I love that Gaia really focuses on, nature and beauty, but also she loves pieces that are bold. They're impactful. And not all the Gaia Perez pieces are like this. This is a dome shape. The way that it sits on the finger is so perfect. It's a bit chunkier in design, and the way the gemstones are all perfectly cut. Every single one of these, you actually have marquee, pear cut. And then on the outside, beautifully done with some of those zircons. It's an 18K vermeil yellow over sterling silver finish. We're talking about 4x3 millimeter stones. You have 4x2 millimeter stones. Look at the way they finished that. Every single gemstone, from the way they set the colors, makes a difference. Earlier in the live stream, I was mentioning that some designers don't necessarily have the finesse that Gaia does with how she strategically places her colors. When she's drawing things out, it's important that colors, where they're at matter. They make a difference. And that's exactly what she's delivering here. She's done the greens, the pinks, the yellows, almost like a gold. So it reminds me of the fall and the springtime. And we're going to be transitioning to that, thank goodness, right? All this cold weather. Mm-hmm. And the gold outline is really the Tree of Life. So it looks like the tree sits this direction with the branches, and then all the gemstones represent the leaves, which is the family unit, right? We all are grounded in the roots, in that family tree. And then we have the tree that comes out, and all the leaves kind of represent the different families, right? Your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, the nieces, the nephews, the grandkids. So I just love the idea behind the tree of life. And so many of us try to remain connected to the family as much as possible. But as we grow, people just kind of go their separate ways. This is that kind of cornerstone, the foundation of who you are as a family. And oftentimes people will get Gaia Perez's collection and give them to family members. I know my mom in the past has actually done one of Gaia's Tree of Life like pendants, and she's given them to my aunts. So it's nice to be able to give gifts to family members so that all of you are staying connected with that one piece of jewelry that your sisters can pass down to the next generation. So that's just a thought, an idea. Either way, the dome-shaped design is fabulous. You have every single color possible. And listen to this. It is a clearance item. We are clearing it out at $216. I know guys like, she's always amazed at the price cuts we're able to offer you, but $216.74 with the discount. We're at $162.55. $162.55. This is an Italian inspired. This is Italy at its core. The true essence of Italy, which I love. Oftentimes we talk about how certain designs are inspired by, places that we visited or by certain groups of people. No, this is Italy to the core. And so all the inspiration that she's able to get from her life, her lifestyle. I know she's talked about her grandmother who has inspired her. This is that type of design put into one piece of jewelry. And life is colorful. Life, we have our ups and downs. I mean, that's on a day-to-day basis, is it not? Like every day we wake up and it's like a new journey. So this is that ring that represents, all the different days, all the different seasons in our life, good or bad. It makes us who we are today, and it's important to stay grounded. So I feel like this ring really represents that. It's a beautiful piece. Index finger, absolutely. You can wear it on the middle finger. You better believe it. I like it here. And then, of course, you have your ring finger that you can wear it on. Some of you only wear your rings on your ring finger. But then you don't have any, so it depends. And it's always up to you. But I wanted to show how good. And I have a smaller finger, so oftentimes I'll get a larger size. Look at all that room. I apologize. That I promise you, once you get your size, we have sizes 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 10 has sold out. But there is a little bit of a bell on our website if you want to be notified. If Gaia decides to repeat the collection, it's based on availability. It could be based on popularity. A lot of times she does exclusive limited edition one-time designs as well, which are quite nice. So it's exclusive. You're one of the only ones in the world to actually own the design. This is going to be that. It is a clearance item. Final sale, $40.63 per month. Out the door, $162.55. What you have here is a massive amount of multicolored tourmalines, 69 zircons, and then you have several different tourmalines that are pear cut, oval cut, round cut, marquise cut, all the different cuts in one. Beautifully done, though. And don't you love the yellow gold? The yellow gold really represents, like fine, jewelry. I feel like it really does take it to another level, and it complements the colors of the tourmaline. Another thing I want you to be aware of is how they set these gemstones. It's not an easy task to be able to put all these different cuts in one setting. So you better believe her vision. She always talks about, what a challenge it is to take it from paper to the design team. And they're like, oh, you want us to do all of that? And it's like, there's a big task that is in front of the artisans that are involved. So they have to really go in and try to create a wax model, a mold that allows her dream on paper to come true. And that's exactly, how we do things with Gaia Perez. It's an opportunity for her to really kind of put her, the inspiration that she has in her mind on paper and then have it come to life and be able to come on the show. Again, Gaia Perez, GP collection. She's going to be with us in the month of February. Make sure you're on the lookout for that. She'll be joining us early February, so we're looking forward to having her. In the meantime, we're doing a clearance item at $216.74. And with the discount, you're at $162.55. The size on this, from one end to the next. This is a cluster. This is a nice one. This one from one end to the next is going to be about 3/4 of an inch. So the actual dome-shaped design, I'm measuring from one end to the next. You're at about 3/4 of an inch. And with the dome sits up, right? The dome is not flat. Sometimes you see the flat style, which is pretty, but this is more of a dome. So it's an impactful piece. It's, you know, it's out there. You can see all that rich yellow gold, nicely polished in 18K finish. Over top is sterling silver. So you've got a really, I mean, you have a remarkable piece of jewelry that is truly Italian made. If you don't have any GP pieces in your collection, another thing I wanted to point out with GP, they stamp their pieces underneath with a blue sapphire. That's for authenticity. That's how you know you have an authentic Gaia Perez piece in your collection. Packaging is beautifully done. You get to know a little bit about the family history, but always be on the lookout for that blue sapphire on the back somewhere on your piece, whether it's a pendant, a pair of earrings, a ring. That blue sapphire is usually going to be bezel set in that piece, embedded, so that you know you have something authentic from Italy, the GP collection. All right. Any questions on that? Please make sure you let me know. We're on shop 12. I got to move. Coming up next, we're going to do some clusters that are similar but different shape. This is going to be more of a triangular shape in the next ring that we feature. And this is, I mean, a little bit different, right? Diamond. And I say diamond because of the way it's shaped, right? The actual setting itself is shaped like a diamond. It's a bigger cluster cocktail design. This one is $399.99. It is on clearance. Is there a bundle deal on this one, I think?
Yes, with the necklace.
Okay, good. So I do have the matching pendant out here. Okay. And we have a bundle that's available to you at a fraction of the price. So if you're interested, there is a bundle deal, again, available, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. Let me just kind of clear out my things here. 2 seconds. And the bundle, this is going to be coming up, that coordinates with all the rings. This is a necklace, but the bundle is that and that. That and that. These are huge, aren't they? Now, this is more of a medallion style. The pendant that goes with it, to me, is more of a medallion than just a pendant. It is bold. And it's nice to have those bigger, bolder pieces of jewelry if possible. The problem is, at least in my experience, one of the reasons why I've had to leave that behind is because of how expensive it is in the market. When I tell you the carat weight, you're going to say, oh, that's why it's pricey. So the ring is going to be 11.35 carats. 11.3, let me say that again. 11.35 carats. So this ring, cocktail design, you know where I'm going with it. I got to put it on my middle finger because that is where I'd rock it. Right there. Boom. You don't need any other gemstone piece on the hand. This is it. This is all you need. So you have 38 gems that are 5x3 millimeter. You have some that are 3.25 millimeter. We're talking about a significant amount of carat weight. And look at the flower motif in the middle. Look at that flower detail right there in the middle. That same exact design and detail in the pendant. So these are matching pieces. These don't coordinate, these match, and they match hard. I mean, this is the exact matching piece. So if you're interested, what we're going to do is we're going to discount this one. $399 for the ring. This one is a 30-day money-back guarantee item. Remember, when it's clearance, it's a final sale. I'll mention that. All sales are final. When it's regular sale with the additional 25% discount, we still give you that 30-day money-back guarantee, and you get free shipping when you spend $50 or more. So you're saving. You're just saving. In addition to saving, if you get the matching pendant, we're going to give you another 15% off. Is that okay? Or you know, because look, the $399, 10.7, look at the size of this. Let me just hold this up because this is crazy. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that. Tell me that's not just, you walk into a room. How many people in your circle have pendants like this? Seriously. Gemstone pieces that have over 10 carats. I mean, that's beautiful. The color gemstone options here, the greens, the pinks, the oranges. Wow. So $399 for this one. A little bit different, right? Price point is different. Both of them, you're going to take $100 off the price. They're both at $299.99. The pendant does come with the chain. It's 20 inches, okay? The ring, same exact, these match. the settings, the only difference is one has a bail, the other one has a band. One has a bail, one has a band. One has the bail with the chain, comes with the chain, so it's ready to wear. You have options here. If you bundle them, you're going to pay $2.99 for each piece, but then you get the extra 15%. Now, this is one that you want to consider. What finger would you prefer wearing this beauty on? Because again, big, bold, and beautiful. Cocktail design. I mean, this is wow. And for some of you, so my index finger is a size 5, right? If you're a little more on the petite side, it's okay. You can still go cocktail cluster. You can still do it. Trust me. It's okay. Some people are like, it's a little too much. It's really not. Once you experience a 10K, it's not like you're going to wear this every day, or you might. You might. But this is going to be over 10 carats, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the back end, beautifully finished. Look at the size of that. I mean, unbelievable. What's up, Big Joe? Happy New Year. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I know you've been a part of the Shop LC family for quite some time. I appreciate you tuning in and giving me a shout out. But yeah, no, these are a big deal. So with the discount, we're talking now, is that the bundle deal in the calculator? Ooh, I got good news. $107 with the bundle. So if you bundle both, right, you do the ring and the pendant, you're only paying $107 per month with the bundle deal. If you do them separately, obviously it's $299. So at $299.99 divided by the 5, your bundle is $60. So what we did was we put the two together. We added the extra 10% on top of that. We gave you a new bundle discount. It has been a long, long time, Joe. So true. But no, this is in the middle of each of these flowers, you have your zircons. And that pops. I mean, that is whoo! For the spring and summertime, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there shopping for your boo-boos, I mean, hello, you open up a box that's, wrapped up beautifully, and all of a sudden you see this and you're like, what the? Are you kidding me? You spoiled me this year. I know I would. Although I'm around jewelry, I understand. I mean, this is tourmaline. This is over 10 carats of tourmaline. So congratulations. I just bought an Alexandrite ring for my wife for Valentine's Day. Yes! Joe, or should I say congratulations to your wife? That's awesome. You spoiled her. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know your wife is going to be super excited about that one. But we have a lot of guys that tune in to Shop LC because they've realized that we're the best place on the planet to shop for jewelry, gemstones, and everything else under the sun. I mean, we do clothing, we do fashion, we do handbags. Ladies, handbags are a must, right? We've got the Pell collection. We've got like the exotic skins. We have the genuine leather that is I don't want to say imitation of exotic skin, because what we do is we use genuine leather and then we add the texture that you would see in the exotic skin. So there's a lot of beauty products, right, for the face, all that, to fine lines and wrinkles. If we're wanting to boost the collagen, all that good stuff, we have that kind of stuff too. So a lot of good stuff on the Shop LC website right now. On Tuesdays, we usually do non-jewelry product for a lot of the day. And then on Thursdays, you can also tune in, as well as Friday. We do a lot of items that are non-jewelry. So I don't want you to think that we just do jewelry. We do everything under the sun when it comes to shop. If you want bed sheets, are you kidding me? One of my favorite things to buy here is a sheet set, right? If you need a new 6-piece sheet set, we've got some great colors, great materials, great fabrics. So you'll have to check that out. Go to shoplc.com.
Even CBD products.
We got CBD, we got gummies, we got the little tincture with the drops. Absolutely. Whatever you need, we've got your back. So, you've got to check out what we have available. Don't just take my word for it. Take a look. Take some time out. All right. So we're down to the wire here. I have about 10 minutes. We have a bracelet coming up. A necklace, a bead necklace. We have a couple of things here back to back I'm going to be featuring. The next item I have is a bracelet. The bracelet is a multicolor. This is actually one of my favorite designs. I personally love this one simply because you never see bracelets like this. Look at that. And if you do, you're like, that's not going to be in my budget. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for you. Some of you are rolling in the dough. I get it. But for me, If I see this in the jewelry store, I'm going to be like, ooh, I'm trying to look at the tag like, ooh, I know this is going to be pricey. First of all, it's not quartz. It's not topaz. And when I say that, I don't want you to think that I'm undermining or like putting quartz or topaz down. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because when you think about quartz, they say that 12% of the Earth's crust is made up of quartz. That's the stat, right? Those are the stats. 12% of the Earth's crust. That's a lot of quartz. So when you see your amethyst and your citrines and other quartz gemstones, there's a lot that's available in the world. It's just more out there than something like a tourmaline. It's one of the reasons why you can walk into 10 different jewelry stores and may never see a tourmaline. Paraiba tourmalines, indica lights, all that good stuff, right? So this is, look at that. I mean, beautifully done. Big Joe said, play that SmackDown music. Right. Burr, burr, burr. I'm about to take it down. So this is a 30-day money back item. We're at $439.99. Your discount for this one. This is 17.2 carats. Now we do have the 6.5, 7 1/4, and the 8-inch. The 17.2 carats is for the shorter length, which is 6.5 inch. So that's the minimum, 17.2 carats. Look how stunning that is. Ooh! This on the wrist, you show up to anything, they're going to know you rolling in the dough. I mean, it says high end luxury. When people ask you what the gemstones are, you tell them tourmaline. They're going to spend the next 24 hours researching this gemstone thinking, oh my gosh, she must have, I mean, that bracelet has to be thousands of dollars. So 128 gemstones in the 6.5 inch. They're all marquee stones. So this shape is what's called a wasteful cut, simply because when they're cutting the marquise, I want you to think about a diamond, right? So if you look at a piece of paper, we always do this just to kind of help put things into perspective. Because people are like, why? Why is it called wasteful? So if I cut, I know I'm show and tell right now. I got a little arts and crafts going right now. Okay. So I know it's a little off. But if you have a piece of rock or rough, you see this paper? You see the diamond shape? Wasteful because when you cut that out, this is gone, this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. And it's actually rock or rough or gemstone material that could be used. So when they cut the marquise, because of how beautiful that cut of gemstone is and the way the light plays with it, a lot of times they're sacrificing the rock or the rough material that could be used otherwise if they went with oval. Now they have more to play with. So yeah, you don't see the marquee stone as much as you used to. Even in like the 80s or 90s, you would see more women with diamond, those marquee shapes, the diamond. They don't do them as much as they used to. They just don't. They don't want to waste the rough, although a lot of women were attracted to that cut. That cut is beautiful. I mean, look at the way it sits in a bracelet. Super unique. I mean, you go from one end to the next. Look how many you have in here. 128 is the count for the 6.5 inch. You get a lot more in the 7 1/4 and 8 inch. Look at the fluidness, that fluidity. The links are nicely put together. So as soon as I lay it on my wrist, guess what? It lays flat. So you don't have to worry about it kinking or standing up or sitting wonky. That is beautifully done. The back end, perfectly finished. There's a significant amount of silver there. I'm going to go ahead and lock the two ends together, bring the little latches in, and hold on, let me make sure this one's lined up right. Hold on now. There we go. Spinning it. So yeah, you lock it in place and then you bring the latches in and it is a done deal. Boom. So now you have a secure bracelet. This one is 21.5 carats minimum. The gemstones are stunning. $439 with the discount. We're talking $329. Monthly payment $65.99. Don't forget the discount. Live 25. That's the coupon code. Okay. I'm going to keep moving. Any questions on that? Let me know. Necklace, V-shape. Look at this. This one's yellow gold over sterling, 13.25 carats. Now, this is what you walk into an event with. I mean, you got all year long to decide on how you're going to rock it, where you're going to wear it. But trust me, you're going to find a reason to. You do not need a special event to wear a necklace like this. As long as you have, the right outfit, you're good to go. Look at this. I think it's gorgeous. So in this case, you have 123 gemstones, all perfectly matched, the different colors. Nice and fluid, sits perfectly on the neckline. You can see that the clasp on the back end has an extender. That extender is 2 inches, lobster claw. Look at the way this is my kind of necklace. Look at that. I mean, it sits flat. It wraps around the décolleté. Everybody's neckline is different. All of our, the bones here, everything is different. So you want to make sure you've got something that's really comfortable around the neckline. $469, 30-day money back guarantee. You know that twinkle's just bringing you in. Doesn't that have you in a trance? Can you imagine that on the neckline? With the 18K, look at the extra detail up top. What they've added here is just elegance. Back end is nicely finished. Gram weight here is going to be over 6 grams. I mean, you're loaded. 13.25 carats in yellow gold over sterling. Spring and summertime, here you come. They're not even ready for you. So this one is $70.50 per month with the budget payment option. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, free shipping. Remember, 18 to 20 inches because of the extender. Ooh, yes. Yes, please sign me up. This is the type of necklace that they put in the window to lure you in. Like you weren't even planning to stop by, but all of a sudden you looked over and you're like, ooh, I need to go in there, right? This is that, but we're pricing it at $352. Remember, 18K vermeil yellow over sterling, 18 to 20 inches in length. You have 123 gemstones. You're only paying $70.50. If you don't have a showpiece like this in your collection, you need it. Next piece is going to be our certified appraised piece. I've got an Ileana real quick, and then I have a bracelet, and it's a done deal. So the Ileana is going to be a bead necklace. These are rondelle beads. Let me see. They're faceted. So this is watermelon. When we talking about that, John was talking about watermelon. So this is the watermelon tourmaline. We call it that because of the colors of the watermelon, the green and the pink. You have all these different tourmalines that are hand faceted perfectly. Every single one is a rondelle. So the rondelle bead is like a little donut. Imagine a little donut with a round middle. They cut these beads. They also facet them. You don't always have facets. Facet is the way they cut the gemstone to allow the light to play with it. A lot of times beads are not faceted, especially when they don't have transparency. So this is a multicolored faceted necklace. It's on clearance. The listed price is $704.99. With the discount, we're at $528, ladies and gentlemen, for our 14K Lux Auto collection. I've got a matching bracelet to go with it. This is one of our more popular styles of bracelet. This is called a briolette. Briolette. So you know the teardrop, the pear cut. This bracelet has that shape, but fully faceted all the way around. So the necklace is going to be $528. On sale in 14K. You've got over 2.5 grams in that extender. And then you have the bracelet. Let's go ahead and load up that bracelet, give you the price real quick. So the price on the bracelet discounted, $1,469. It is 30-day money back guarantee, free shipping on this one. Your price on the bracelet, $220 per month. So if you're into mixing and matching, if you own some of our higher end luxury pieces, both of these are definitely that. We're talking 14K yellow gold. The necklace has an 18 to 20 inch extender. It's got the 2 inches in 14K. And the bracelet also has an extender. So you're going to be able to adjust the length of the bracelet as well. You can go from 7 to 8 inches in length. And this one is the necklace clearance or is the bracelet or both of them?
The necklace is clearance.
So the bracelet is a sale. You can return the bracelet. It's the necklace that I think is a clearance. $704. So yeah, the necklace is a clearance item. The bracelet is a regular item that you can return if you need to. And both of these are discounted. The bracelet's going to be $1,102 instead of $1,469. And then your necklace is $704. With that discount at $704.99 minus the 25, we're at $528. Dun dun! All right, so I got to wrap up the show. It has been such a pleasure hanging out with you. I appreciate the hellos and the questions during the live stream. Keep in mind, we do have another one starting at 6 p.m. Central Time. Got another live stream here at Shop LC. We go live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So make sure you look out for that. And don't forget, share the page, like the page, let family and friends know about Shop LC because, you know, we've got to love one another and show each other love. Let them know about the discounts. And Noreen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was a blast. I'll see you guys next week, actually, because I am going to Tampa to celebrate my mom's birthday. She's got a B-day tomorrow. Until then, stay warm, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. God bless. Great.